Hi guys, so we are back with the ABCs of menopause, and it is the letter I. I is for insomnia, irritability, and irregular periods. Let's get into it. First, the first way you start to know that you're going into menopause, if you're not in menopause, the first way you know that it's starting, like perimenopause, is irregular periods. So I told the story before, I'm gonna make it brief. My period started coming like every other month, every 2 months. I wouldn't see one for a couple of months, then it would come and it would come, and it would be heavy, bright red, without being too graphic. And so I was like, this is new, this is not old, like I'm done with this mess. And basically when that happens and you don't have a period for a bit, and then you have a period, then the clock starts again. So I would not have a period for like 3 months, and then my period would start, and so then it starts again. So the gauge, without medically finding out, is that you do not have a period for 12 consecutive months. So soon as you have a period, that clock starts again. So I again, I tell you, I went to Miami. I met someone, a good time, not a long time, and there, staying at the beautiful Lowe's Hotel on the water. It's fabulous, having a great time, feeling strong. I hadn't seen this MFA in months. I'm done. I'm good. I wake up the next morning. It is a massacre. I am humiliated. I'm humiliated. Not because it's not a normal part of life, but because it was unexpected. And I thought I was done. I was so annoyed. So of course that means the clock starts again. So that is one of the barometers, gauges of you starting menopause, is you have an irregular period. If you always have a regular period, there's other things that we can test by FSH test, or you go to your doctor. We could talk about other things that you can test for it, but for the most part, the irregular periods is the best gauge. That's going to move us to insomnia. Insomnia is categorized as difficulty either falling or staying asleep that is accompanied by daytime impairments. Okay, that is like the definition of it, meaning that the issue with your sleep affects you during the day, affects you during your life. So for me, insomnia is I can fall asleep anywhere, anytime, with no hesitation. I can drink a cup of coffee and fall asleep holding the cup of coffee. People are like, oh, just drink coffee. It don't work. A Red Bull, nothing works. I can fall asleep all the time. I can't stay asleep. Nothing anchors me in sleep. So I'm waking up and I'm up and down all night. I don't have to pee. I just can't stay asleep. I wake up like somebody called my name. Like, I'm so nosy. I don't know if I know what it is. One of the issues is I'm hypervigilant, but that's another episode for another day. But I just can't stay asleep. I'm hot. I'm moving around. I'm sweating. I have to have the fan on. I try to turn the fan off. It is a nightmare. So in turn, during the day, I'm jacked up because I did not sleep well. It was a terrible experience, a terrible night. And then, I talked about this before, and then all day I'm thinking about, when I get home, I'm gonna take a nap. So on the other side of the screen, my house looks crazy because it's this cycle. I'm going to go to work, and then I have to go to work, and then I get off work, and then I'm going to take a nap. But I'm supposed to do all these things I'm supposed to do before I take the nap, and then I don't do those things because I take the nap. And then I wake up, and it's like 9, 10 o'clock from a nap. Which leads us to the next I, irritability. If you're not sleeping, aren't you irritable? You're cranky. But there's a different kind of irritability with menopause because there's so many unexplained things. There's so many reasons there's so many things happening to you and you don't know why, how, what. It's a crazy time. So, the unknown makes us anxious. The lack of sleep makes us anxious. The irregular periods make us anxious because for me, I felt I was sensing that the time that I would have like PMS, even though I wasn't getting a period, I would feel that like time of the month, like that irritability, that anxiousness, that feeling that we get during PMS. I still was feeling it even though I didn't get a period. So then that compounded everything. Anyway, I've been told I have to make my YouTube videos longer, but I feel like people's attention span is like, this is enough. If you have more questions, you ask. So that's where we are. ABCs of menopause, letter I, insomnia, irritability, irregular period. So everyone has it at different times. You get it different times. I know people who have medically induced menopause. I know people who've gotten to menopause very early. I know people who've gotten into menopause very late. I know people who've gotten into menopause and it was a breeze. I know people who are gonna lose it, me, going through it. So everybody's situation is different, but I do know that probably a uniform thing is the irregular period. That if your period starts coming sporadic, or usually you have it for 5 solid days and now it's becoming lighter and it's becoming less, and you get it like the 28th day of every month on the dot, and then 2 months goes by and then you don't get it, and in the third month you get it, that is a good starter point. So again, I'm not a doctor. I just am going through menopause and it's whooping my ass. So usually things come out of necessity. We learn things out of necessity of what we're going through or what we're doing or what's happening to us. So that's where I am. So thanks for joining me. ABCs of menopause. We're going to keep going. And tell me so the other video I did a different video, and I did it because someone asked me a question about skincare. So I don't know if you even give a shit. If you want me to do that kind of stuff, I don't even know. I'm winging it on YouTube. I'm winging it. Anywho,